Well, hello, you wonderful humans, and welcome back to New World. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you one of the best ways to farm up iron in the game, whether you're trying to make money or farming it up to be able to craft all of the resources that you might need. This is hands down one of the best iron routes that I've been able to find in the game, and this one was actually provided by one of our community members, mfunk, who spent pretty much the entire day just trying to figure out the best way to farm up iron, and they made an absolute killing. So shout out to mfunk for figuring out this iron route, and we're going to be going over this route here in order right now, but then I will be going over an overlay and going over the map and exactly where this is and the route that you should be taking. But what's great about this is it's perfectly set up to capture all of the spawns in the area. So even if there's other people mining in the area, you can quickly take over all of the iron spawns for yourself because you're going to know exactly where they're spawning. But not only that, but they're going to be spawning as you approach them. So it increases the odds that you are going to get all of the iron in the area. And each lap you do is going to get you between 600 and 800 iron, which is just absolutely amazing. I had just finished one lap and all the irons respawning. I've been battling for this place pretty much for like the past 30 minutes or so, and I think I've just started pretty much taking over all the iron in the area. This spot up here is the only part that I've kind of missed a couple of the iron nodes. You can see it's spawning as we're approaching. And that's what we want to see, because people are gonna come up here, they're not gonna see the iron, they're gonna give up and turn around, and then we're gonna walk up and it's gonna be spawning, which is just perfect. And you can spend a little bit of time going back if you got here a little bit early. Now there are all these blue trees which are fun to slap around, but if you spend time farming those up, then you're basically gonna take too long on your rotation and you're gonna miss some of the iron that's available. Now, we will be going over exactly where this is on the map, the exact route that you need to take, but I just wanted to go over one lap with all of you live while doing this, just to show you how effective it can be. Now, we just jumped off that rock, going straight off there. We're going to the road here. This one is sometimes taken because people can see it from the road, and they'll be like, well, I might as well snatch that up, but nope, it's available. And the more you go through this route, the more you're just going to take over it, because you're going to be approaching it as it's respawning. So the more times that you capture the stuff as they spawn, the more it's just going to be pretty much only for you, because people are going to be running around hoping that they find iron, but it's going to be all gone because you took it. Now, I really do like grabbing these dragon glories, because they have a really rare drop that is worth about 2,000 to 5,000 gold, which is amazing. Everyone's going to need it in the end game. It is a very rare drop, but you're going to have those on your rotation as well, so you might as well at least pick up one or two. But don't go out of your way, but that one is literally right in the path every single time, so you might as well harvest it, and if you get lucky, you can make a lot of money from it. Now, unfortunately, we do have corruption in the area, and when corruption's in the area, it's going to mess up the route a little bit, because that spawns right on top of one of the iron nodes that we need, and it kind of messes up the rotation a little bit. There's another patch of iron that should have been right here. Unfortunately, it already got taken, but that small one is available, so we'll grab that. But there should be iron up there, but that stupid frickin' thing spawned onto it, so it ruined it. But there's another patch that should be right around here. And then we're getting close to the end of this rotation. I know there's about 3 other miners in the area, so some of these may be gone. Which this one right here is going to be another one that you're going to want to stop at, but it's not there right now. We're not going to wait for the spawn because we've got 2 big nodes right over there. And those are ones that are often taken, so anytime you see these, definitely recommend picking them up. Unfortunately, the corruption will spawn on this big patch as well, and sometimes it just will not be here because of the corruption. But this one gets you a lot of iron. Now, there's a couple items that you can use to increase the amount of iron you're getting, and maybe increase your chances of getting like Fey iron and other things as well. That's actually one of the miners that I was battling for this area. I think they might have just given up. All right, but you can see already where we're going to next. That spawned while we were here. And we're going to go right over there, and then we're going to go up into the mountain where there's a patch of iron that often gets missed, but you definitely want to pick it up. So we've got a couple other big nodes right here. Go up this rock. We're going to grab this one. There's another little one that spawns like... Oh, there it is. It's actually there. We're going to grab that big one, though. I don't see anybody around. We can grab this little one. Sometimes I skip this one, depending on how many people are active in the area. Let them grab this one while you get the other one. There's another Dragon Glory that we're going to grab right down there. See, we're already at 1,255. Grab this. And this route is just incredibly effective. I've already farmed up about 2,000 iron really quick. 2,000 iron bars, not just iron ore. I've already crafted them into bars. So you'll be able to have everything to make your steel or your star metal or anything like that. Haven't gotten one of the rare drops from those Dragon Glories, though. Really want one because they're worth a lot. And even if you don't want to sell them, they're going to be very useful in the end game for crafting orbs and stuff like that you're going to need in the end game. Now, up here is going to be... We're close to the end of this route. The corruption is going to ruin another one of our spawns, unfortunately. But this big iron vein, it's almost always here. There we go. And then we've got this patch right here. And then from here where we would go, I don't know if it's going to have despawn the iron. There would be a patch directly across from this. It's kind of hard to see because of the corruption. But that patch would be right in these rocks, and I don't see it. It's not there. I'm not going to waste any time. There it is. It's not spawned in. And then we'd go back to pretty much the beginning of the route, which is going to be right here. Oftentimes, this one's going to be taken because anybody running through the area is going to stop and pick up this iron. There's also some silver that would spawn right here. Big, stupid corruption. There's another... Yeah, that's where we would go pick up that node right there. But you can gather the silver from this, which if you're doing any jewel crafting, you're going to need it. And this will be respawning on the rotation as well. So easy peasy, lemon squeezy. And then from here, we're going to run right back up the mountain. And as we do that, we missed a couple spawns due to the corruption. So it might not be respawning perfectly as we get to the top of this little mountain bit. But for the most part, even if you miss a couple of the spawns, it should be on a almost perfect respawn timer for you to be able to just gather everything up yourself. Jump up here. So if this little patch isn't respawned when you get here, you can go right around this corner and you're going to see the iron right there. We're going to grab that, and then we're going to grab that, and then just the rotation starts over again. You can mine this pretty much as long as you want. It's almost perfectly timed out. So another big shout out to MFunk for getting like basically the perfect iron route planned out. And let's go ahead and go over the overlays, exactly how you want to do this, and then the location. The only downside of this is apparently there's a lot of naked people that like to hang out in Windsward. So if you can get past the naked human centipedes that happen in Windsward, then this is pretty great. I just finished out our rotation here. I did 2 rounds and got 1,507 iron ore. I got 172 silver ore, and I got 13 Fey iron. Not that great in the Fey iron department. Unfortunately, my storage is full. There's 517 iron ingots that I made earlier, some of the iron ore and stuff like that. But let's get into the location. This is just outside of Windsward, and it's so close. You're just going to be able to quickly put things in storage, and you'll be able to just go through the rotation again. So I recommend buying a house here if you can and increasing your storage as much as humanly possible. But I do have an overlay that MFunk provided for the exact route that you need to take. Now, when you're going through this route, there's a couple items that you can get that'll really help out. And the first of which is going to be your proficiency boosters. Each tier of this will give you an increased percentage for your gathering. This common proficiency booster gives you a 7% increase to your gathering. Then you can also eat like herb roasted potatoes, which is going to give you a boost to the to your luck and allow you to maybe get a higher chance at getting like Fey iron and stuff like that. Now, just to reiterate, this farming spot is going to be just south of Windsward, so you can set your recall point here or whatever you want to do, and then just run down here, and then we can go over the path. Now, for the path, you can really start at any of these iron locations, but I'll show you my favorite place to start because it really makes it simple. I start off at this iron node right here, and then I will go directly up this mountain just like I did in the video, and we'll pick up the iron or the silver that'll be right here if it's available. Then we'll go from this patch of iron right over to here. And then from there, we're going to hit this one. And then we're going to go across this over that rock and then jump down here and head straight to this patch of iron that's across the road. We've got the fire blooms that's going to be like right about here. So I'll pick 1 or 2 of those. And then I'll head down to this patch of iron. And then we're going to go right here to this one. A lot of times this one will be gone because people take it, or corrupted will spawn right on top of it, so it won't be there. If you don't see it there, then I'll run directly to this patch of iron instead. And then we'll grab this one. These ones are some of the ones that are most often taken because people will take a route right through here and just grab whatever iron that they can. But once you get it on a cooldown, you should be able to get it every single time. Then we'll grab this iron here. You're going to hop down because this one's going to be down at the bottom. Then you'll pick up the Dragon Glory there. You'll come up the mountain, and we're going to head to this patch of iron. Then we go here to here, and you just repeat the loop over and over and over and get as much iron as you want.